Board. Games. Board games. Board games. I might be talking about board games. Board games. I'm not gonna shout. I am going to be talking about my life and how it has all gone last week. I Bez, and I don't have a wife. I don't have a roof that leaks, which is good because it's currently raining outside. And this is my room and it is fairly wide. I have been playing a bunch of games and now I'm going to tell you their names. And I'll also talk about what I've generally been up to. Okay, so hello, and I am Bez, and this is my vlog. Um, yeah, I kind of missed the busy beats and board game bladder. That's what it used to be called. But yeah, this is just a vlog. There we go, Bez vlog, and I hope that you're well. How are you? The thing that I've been doing most recently is drawing a bunch of creatures. I've been drawing all these things today, so there we go. That's a little creature I put a little outline on, and I've been asking people on Facebook whether they prefer it with the thicker outline or without. Consensus is fairly 50-50 with a little bit of preference towards the thicker outline, so I'm going to keep doing that. And that's a little roboty thing, and the way that I've been doing these creatures has been to sort of yeah, where's the little bits of paper that I've got? So this is a little paper that I've got. I wanted to randomize it. I wanted to make sure that all these creatures are quite different. So I decide how many eyes they should have, mouths, mouth style, legs, feet, arms, and weirdness. Weirdness is more kind of like texture. And so then each time I flip a bunch of these cards over, so the numbers on the bottom tell me what I'm going to draw. And yeah, hopefully it kind of encourages me to do somewhat diverse things. I don't know how many pages are in this sketchbook, but there's 60, so there's about 50 here. I might be doing about a whole bunch portrait style and then a whole bunch landscape style, and see if going to a landscape fills me with a new inspiration. And I'm hoping, really, really hoping that by this time next week, I will have finished about 80 pictures. And then Chris will scan them all in and lay them out, and we'll send them to Rob. And Rob Butler is going to be doing some prints on demand for me. And I will hopefully have about 50 copies of this game for UK Games Expo. The game is currently called We Whimsical Creatures, but let me actually type that. Which name do you prefer? We Whimsical Creatures or Bez's Bizarre Beasties? Sorry, I will just finish typing this. We Whimsical Creatures. So yeah, let me know which of these names you prefer. And hello, Alex. It is lovely to see you. So yeah, these are my. I mean, because Dave Dawkins made the point that they're not really whimsical. They're maybe a wee bit, I don't know, frightening or, but is there enough whimsy? Would Bez's Bizarre Beasties be a better name? Let me know what you think. Someone said that looks a bit like a Pokemon. Anyway, what else have I been up to? Like, I have finally tidied my room. Well, no, I've not tidied my room at all. I've finally tidied my desk. I finally got, I've not even got that much space right now. I've just got enough space that I can draw on. I mean, I've got enough space that if I push this back, there is nothing between here and here except for these cards which I was using, and that what's the What's the confusion, Alex? I'm confused by your question mark. But hello, Dutch. It's lovely to see you, and congratulations on your Kickstarter. So yeah, I'm just talking about what I've been up to last week. I'll I'll show you, actually finish showing off the wee whimsical creatures. There's this kind of bird aquatic thing. It was very much inspired by a photo that I saw of the scariest things that you'll see with the mouth, and that's just like a friendly, furry, mouthy thing. And anyway, that is my wee whimsical creatures. So, wee whimsical weirdos. Oh, I like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You think wee whimsical weirdos, or something else alliterative. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and Yoda, let me know which you think. I'm going to add that to the list. Wee whimsical weirdos. Wait, is weirdos IE? That's that seems slightly wrong. Anyway, what have I been playing the last week? What have I been playing since Tuesday? Let me actually check on my calendar. Last week I did do some playful shenanigans with Sarah, yep. And we played Sarah's prototype. That was a lot of fun. It's very well made, and you can play it easily if you've got squared paper. And I think this is I'm really happy that Sarah rose to the challenge, and that I pushed forward the challenge of having flip and writes where you start off with blank paper. And Sarah's game, it's all about dominoes, putting them together. I think it was called Phonominoes. And yeah, Sarah Sales. That was a fun game. Go and check out the YouTube video if you want to know more about it. Played Make a Word Search. Alex was there. Alex won like 45 compared to 40. I'm happy with how that went. Yeah, been doing a bit of tidying. Thursday, I actually managed to go out, and I was way behind with cleaning up, which was really the only thing that I was trying to do. So, but Thursday, regardless, I did go out to real life thing. So let me put this games what games I've played. Let's make this a big banner. Games I've played. So then I went to Salisbury pub. I mean, that's probably giving you quite a bit of information if you bother to look it up on YouTube. On Google Maps, you can sort of work out within a small radius where I stay. But Salisbury pub, we played Tussie Mussy, great game, 3 players, such a lovely thing. 18 unique cards from Elizabeth Hargrave, plenty of hidden information. Tussie Mussy, great game. Gorinto, we played Gorinto, which is, and let me actually go on share. I do apologize for this. Ideally, I would get all these things lined up already, but that is not something that I am always the most adept at. I'm going to go into my own thing. Where's my... So I've got a few pictures that I wanted to show you of games played. There we go. So Gorinto is a really interesting game. Gorinto is about... why can I not share this? Come on. Nope. Oh, application. Why? I do apologize for this. I'm just trying to find the Discord thing in the list of... Let me stop that screen and try and find it again. Yep, I am going to struggle. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. Yeah, Gorinto. There we go, Gorinto. You've got these tiles, it's completely abstract, even though there's a veneer of minute mercurial monsters. Oh, I'm going to add that to the list. Minute mercurial monsters. I will be pondering these later. I appreciate the names. Thank you. So yep, Gorinto, you've got these tiles. You move one from the side along a row or column, and then you pick up tiles around it. So one of the colors allows you to pick up things in that row. One of the colors allows you to pick up things in that column. One of the colors allows you to pick up things diagonally adjacent. One orthogonally adjacent. One digs down into things that are in that same little stack. At the start of the game, you can only pick up one piece each time you do a move. But as you pick up more of these tiles, you're going to power up that ability, so you will be able to pick up potentially up to 4, and that's Jez and Jess. And so we were Jez, and Bez playing this game. And by the end of the game, you don't have that many tiles on the board, so it gives it a really nice ludological arc. At the start, you're powering yourself up. In the middle, you're full force, and then at the end, you're trying to work out how to take the last few things that will score you. These are the random scoring cards. There is a fair bit of randomness. I think we scored 121 compared to 124 looking at that photo. And Jess was behind, but yeah, it's really interesting game if you really care about winning. If this is an endless discussion, do you care about making strategic choices and then being rewarded for those choices? Because if so, you might be a little bit upset at, oh, this time you are rewarded for having the least of each thing. This time you are rewarded for having the most of each thing. And if one turn you're rewarded for having the most of each thing, and then the next turn it's for having the least, because each turn you're inevitably going to grow your stacks and the scoring is going to increase, you could kind of feel like you've been scuppered. Alex is asking back about yeah, these things. I am going to get 50 copies made. It's by Rob Butler. So Rob with 2 B's, Butler, if you need a number of games made, message me on Facebook and I will try to put you in contact. Rob does say that Rob is expecting to get a lot of work before UK Games Expo, which is why I really need to get my skates on and get all these things done. Anyway, so Grinto, that's a game we played on Thursday. Also a game that we played on Thursday was Quintuple. So for those who don't know, Quintuple is a game where you're aiming to make 5-letter phrases, and you're very welcome, Alex. All the best with your own productions. If it's not for UK Games Expo, I strongly recommend you do it in August, because then people will be a bit more relaxed. But yes, anyway, back to Quintuple. In Quintuple, you could make words of any length, but you get a 2-point bonus for 5-letter words. Also, you don't score for any of the top letters you use. You score 1 point for the bottom. So there, click, you score 4 points, because C, L, C, and K are lower letters, plus 2 for the 5-letter word bonus makes 6 points. Conversely, my friend Jez on the top made Demon. So Demon scores 2 points for the D and the M. E, O, and N are top letters, so don't score anything, and that would score 2 plus 2 is 4. And yeah, that's his Quintuple. And Glaze scores 3 plus 2 is 5, and at the end of the game, once everything is finished, you're going to get your last few cards, and you might end up not even having enough word letters to make more than a 2-letter word, and I managed to eke out that 1 extra point with high. That's a game I feel I'm happy with it. It's very low interaction. I'm still unsatisfied with the fact that it only goes up to 4 players. It's called Quintuple. It's about having 5 cards to draw from. You can have up to 5 cards in your hand. You get a bonus for 5-letter words, and it plays with up to 4. That's a little bit unsatisfying. If only it played up to 5, that would be so much better. Actually, it plays 1 to 4. There is a 1-player variant that works fairly well. And then at the end, we did play Battle Sheep, which was the first time I've played it with the correct rules in real life. And playing it with 3 players, it was such a delight. Jess managed to win this game, and you can do a little bit more planning because your opponent's things are a little bit more constrained. So I made a rules mistake. When I previously played this, I played that you can move a stack of sheep as far as you want. The real rule is you have to move it as far as you can. You cannot only move it 1 or 2 spaces if you are able to move it free. You get what I mean. And so this does make it a little bit more vicious. I think that both games are perfectly fine in 2-player, but for 3 and 4-player, having that constraint on what your opponents are going to do lessens that chaos. And so I loved this game. I thought it was super brilliant. And with the new rules, I'm just super excited to play even more of it. Battle Sheep. Like it's so nice. Yeah, you could sort of say that. Like you can't stop sliding. And Stream Elements reminds me to turn around. Now, I have a few other... I played a few games on... Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about Board Game Arena. Board Game Arena has started this summer games thing, which is encouraging people to basically log in every single day and play brand new games, because for the next couple of months, they are having new games literally every day, which is quite remarkable. So on Thursday, it was Hand and Foot, which I let me get rid of this, and let me stop screen share. There we go. So Hand and Foot. That's a traditional card game where you make melds very vaguely like Rummy, but you can only make melds of similar ranks. You can't make melds of sets. It's about using... The strategy seems to be about when to use your wild cards to fill out a set. If you manage to complete a set of 7 cards, because you're playing with multiple decks of cards, and you can have 2 Kings of Hearts or even 3 Kings of Hearts in one set, it's completely fine. And hello, Jess. It is lovely to see you. I am just talking about everything I've been doing in the past week. And Hand and Foot, a traditional card game that's quite interesting. There's actually quite a lot of rules going on. Once you've finished your hand, then you get a second hand of cards, which is called your foot. And yeah, I hope that everything's well in Bangkok. Lots of love to you. Friday, it was Chinese checkers. I played that a couple of times. 2-player, like always on Board Game Arena, especially if I'm playing against strangers, I prefer to... and then Herlof, this is an interesting trick-taking game, which is very much about bidding how many you're going to take and taking that number exactly. If you take that number of tricks exactly, you get, I think it's 10 bonus points. If you take 3 or 4, you also get 5 bonus points. Otherwise, it's 1 point per trick. So each hand, you're going to have, I believe it's 16 cards. And so some of the cards wipe out the tricks. Some of the cards you intentionally lose. Some of the cards you have special abilities, like you can steal things, steal the tricks. And is there a mouth expansion to Hand and Foot? Oh, and I've missed you too, Jess. And of course, this is the real Bez will now stand up. Okay, now the real Bez has sat down again. But yep. So yeah, Herloff, you are all about um, estimating exactly how many tricks you are going to take and trying to do that. The other games I've not even had a look at, but that looks exciting. I've no idea what that is. And what other games have I been playing recently? Let me check my notifications. Oh yes, I played a lot of Abandon All Artichokes. I became a premium member because of I've been playing so many games, so you can get it for free. But yes, Abandon Old Artichokes. You can see I've won at least 10 times. And oh my gosh, I got completely addicted to this one game on Saturday. And on Saturday, I was like, wow, I'm completely addicted to this. And I played it until 1 a.m., something like that. And Abandon All Artichokes, it takes about 6 minutes. It's such a lovely deck. It calls itself a deck wrecker, but if you don't know games, that's not very useful. The rules are super quick. You've got a whole bunch of cards, and here every turn you're taking one of the cards. So, for example, you must harvest. Yeah, I hate these tutorials. They don't show you clearly what they want you to do. So you take a card and then you get to do what it says. So for example, eggplant, you compost an artichoke with the eggplant, and then everyone passes 2 cards to the left. Broccoli allows you to compost your artichokes, but only if you have 3 or more. Carrots allow you to compost 2 artichokes, but you always also lose the carrot. Corn is like, play it with an artichoke. The whole game is about getting rid of your artichokes. And at each turn, you draw a card from the garden, you do its effects plus anything else in your hand, you discard your hand, you draw up to 5 new cards, and if you don't have any artichokes in your new hand, then you win the game. You start off with just artichokes, so it's all about getting new cards, thinking about the effects. There's like cards that let you steal cards from your opponents in certain situations. There's cards that let you swap cards in certain situations. There's a good amount of luck in there. Sometimes with a beetroot, which allows you to swap cards, someone might have 1 artichoke out of 5 in their hand, and you really need to take any of the other cards, and then you get the artichoke, and it's like, and then they win because they've got it. There's definitely a bit of strategy. There's definitely a bit of tension. This is in the top 2 games that are new to me that I've played in this year. And so, yep, Root and Abandon All Artichokes. Honestly, this is just such a fantastic game. I've not played it in real life yet, so I don't feel entirely comfortable saying that, but just so good. Anyway, what else? Let me minimize that screen. And on Sunday, I did manage to push myself and I tidied my desk. I was so excited by this. To celebrate, I played a quick game with the L deck, which was placeable, making the 3-letter words, and I won. And then I played Matthew Dunstan's game, where there it is. And it's the dungeon. It's a sort of choose your own adventure kind of thing. Honestly, it says 1 to 4 players on the box. I would not want to play this with more than 1 personally. You're reading through a book. You could read it out loud. You could share story time. I guess, yeah, maybe if I would just, I don't know, I would prefer rather, I mean, you could play it for sure in a kind of, okay, let's read a book together sort of way. But personally, I would rather be playing a game where it's, okay, I'm doing a move. Now, what are you going to do? Whereas with this, if I were playing with anyone else, I can just tell that I would be really not good to play this game with. I would be really annoyed at people not doing what I want to do, because I just want to go through everything in a very logical, methodical way. And then, so yeah, I would not want to play this with anyone else, but I've really enjoyed it. Have I enjoyed? Thank you, Jess, for the jumper compliments. Exactly, just in time for I'm not actually wearing anything under this. Have I enjoyed any games without a vegetable connection? I mean, Roots doesn't actually have any vegetables in it, although I can see, yeah, Roots vegetables. Yeah, very, very good. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And Monday evenings are my nights off. So Monday afternoon, in the morning, I did a bunch of drawing. I drew a couple of wee whimsical creatures or wee whimsical weirdos, or what was the other thing? Minute mercurial monsters. That's a little bit harder to say. I like wee whimsical weirdos. Or a couple of my Bezies bizarre beasties. And I had an interview online with Game Design Unboxed. This is a really nice podcast. I've listened to all of Game Design Unboxed. It's interviewing people such as Emma Larkins, who made About Abandoned Artichokes, flashback, and yeah, this games I've played. Actually, this should be not just games I've played, but what I've done also. It just happens that I play lots of games. So let me games I've played and other things I've done. Other things I've done. There we go. This live editing. There we go. Games I've played and other things I've done. So yeah, lovely podcast that I listen to. They interview one designer and say, hey, how did you make this game? How did you start it? What changes did it go through? What was the best part of the process? What was the worst part of the process? And so they interviewed me all about Kitty Cataclysm, and that was just a delight. Danielle and Denise, very much recommended. How's my desk? It is tidy. Thank you for asking. It has stuff on it. This is my desk right now, but this is for drawing purposes. That's for drawing purposes. That's for drawing. That's just because I put it down. But that's a random pile of stuff that's off to the side, so ignore that big pile. But yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But yeah, so in the evening yesterday, I went to Layla's place, and I'm going to actually get my bicycle bag and take out these boxes. Oh my gosh, we didn't play this. Didn't get to play this. Didn't get to play that. What did we get to play? Oh yeah, we got to play a couple more games of Cauldron Master. Lovely art. Decided that I'm basically done with it at this point. I don't feel any compulsion to play more, but it's perfectly pleasant. I would always be up for a game. We played a word game. We played it. I need to check my notes. I think we played it 3 times. It was Paul Mansfield's Unfinishable. The old rules are on the L deck, but I've been testing this quite a bit. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I went to the Royal Festival Hall, met David Brain, and playtested Unfinishable with David Brain, and I also playtested David Brain's game, which is all about dueling, and that was good fun, and it was lovely to see David again after after over a year. It's been over a year since I've seen David and played games together. We used to see each other every week, so that was my first Friday back at Royal Festival Hall. It opens up 12 o'clock. It's not a public event yet, but if you want to be included and you're based in London, then let me know. Anyway, Unfinishable, I've modified things to add a little bit of a catch-up mechanism. Now the loser draws more cards, which gives them a little bit of variety. And hello, Joanne, it is lovely to see you, and lots of love. Oh, new profile picture. You are looking wonderful. And yes, that is a thing with my friend yesterday. We also played this one game that I'm going to show you called Stackbots. Stackbots is very simple, very random and chaotic, but for a kind of you don't really care too much about the game. It's the robots, some of them do nothing, some of them the art is fairly simplistic. Bashbot does damage to the bottom of the stack. You've got a small stack of creatures and you're trying to go all the way through. It's simple tactics. It's fine. It's fun. It's nice to play. There's actually a little bit more rules than I'm comfortable with for such a simple freewheeling game, but it's all really well laid out, and Layla was quite smitten with it. So, and I've got 2 copies of this deck, so probably one of them is definitely going to go to Layla. And that was a lovely day yesterday, and I should also say Layla made some beautiful food, and it was just such a delight again now that things are opening up and being able to be with a friend. And so yeah, I hope that everyone out there is feeling good, and as we start to get into the thing of meeting other people again. And Jess is a regular on Board Game Arena and won a game against Jason. Congratulations. What have you been playing? And so if anyone else wants to out there share what you've been up to or other things that you've done, let me know. Oh, thank you very much, Joanne. And I appreciate that. Let's get into progress. Yeah, that seems like a good, I'm just making up this show as I go along. So Joanne mentioned my wee whimsical weirdos or Bezzy's Bizarre Beasties. Let me know which name you prefer. So that is the last one that I drew. I'm going to move this there. So I'm also trying to think, should I add a bit of a thicker black outline? I believe I should. But there's going to hopefully be 80 of these. This is for the game that was formerly known as Strange Animal Noises. And in this game, you're making the noise of these creatures. And I'm going to have hopefully 80 of them all done, and also the categorical stuff all done. And hopefully they're not too scary. Hopefully, kids still like them and parents are happy to play them with their kids. And I'm happy with that. And yeah, so that's my tree. And yes, exactly. I am going to publish it. It's going to be a very small print run of 50 copies in time for UK Games Expo, which I am slightly stressing about. I actually need to go out to the bank to pay a balance, and also aircon, and also I need to pay. I need to pay Gigamic, because even though Gigamic keep paying me money for royalties, as they well should, they aren't willing to just deduct the money that I owe them for games from that money. I mean, it would simplify matters if I could just say, well, pay me €200 less, and then I'll avoid the transaction fees. Instead, I need to actually pay them if I want some games. But you know how it is. It's like, just makes their bureaucracy simpler, I guess. But yeah, so with these wee whimsical weirdos, in case you weren't here at the start, I've made myself a sheet of, this is how the mouths, and so each creature that I draw is slightly randomized. And I'll probably, for my 4 p.m. thing today, because I am super busy, I'm not even going to play a winning and losing game. I'm just going to draw some creatures. And if you want to draw along with me, then you can draw along with me in 3.5 hours. That is what I'm going to be doing for today's Playful Shenanigans. Jess has been playing Q-Birds, which we play together. That's a lovely game. Butterfly, that's a fine game. And a word game with economics. Was that... I feel like I should know that one. Yeah, I feel like... let me go on to... But... Never mind. Play now. Word game with economics. I feel like I should know what game that is. It's not hardback. It's Letter Tycoon. Letter Tycoon. Is it Letter Tycoon? Alex suggests letterpress. I'm going to suggest letter tycoon. Anyway, so progress. How is my progress? Is that yes to Alex or is that yes to me, Jess? But anyway, progress. I am. Oh, it says letter tycoon. Yeah, that's a great game. And I've actually got a friend, Prey, who might want to be introduced. These are the creatures with my thicker outline. I'm happy that I finally started, and this morning I've done a good amount of work. I'm always feeling like, I'm a few days behind where I would like to be. I would have liked to do all of these creatures, and I really would have liked to do 26 letters, by now. I really would have liked to tidy up my desk, much earlier than I did. And part of me wants to be like, why haven't I done it already? But of course, you can't beat yourself up over the past. I know this is like a really small thing. It's not like an egregious thing or whatever. But I'm feeling behind. That's how my progress is. I am feeling like I'm feeling a little bit sad. Let me actually start a new section. That's what I should do. How are we? I'm asking how are we because this is where I'm also interested about you. I hope that you're well. Joanne, Alex, Jess, I consider you all to be friends, and I genuinely do hope that you are all well. I have watched that. My nieces adore it. I've not watched the sequel, but I know exactly what you mean. Let it go, let it go. Have you not seen Kitty Cataclysm? In Kitty Cataclysm, you've got Katana. Anyway, I think, actually, I wonder if I watched Frozen between... I wonder what year I watched Frozen in, because I wonder if it was between me coming up with... Anyway, no, I'm not watching things. No, I'm not. Watching films again would take away from time that I've got to be... Like, there's definitely an aspect of you can read books about how to be more productive, but at a certain point, you just have to get on and do the thing. You can read books about how to make games, but at a certain point, you just need to get on and do the thing and make the games. And, I'm certainly not, going to start watching things and distracting myself even more than I currently am. What I'm going to do currently is just be listening to albums. Today, I listened to a bit of Fatboy Slim. I listened to Breaks. I listened to Edward Sharpe and Magnetic Zeros. I've listened to a few versions of Home. What else have I been listening to recently? Energetic music. And so if you have any recommendations, then and hello, Keys. It is lovely to see you. And sure, Merry Christmas. It is my sleeping jumper. And I like this. A one-page productivity book, because if it's only one page, that's good. I think there's too many productivity books that are too long. But Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or Happy Summer Holidays or Happy Tuesday to you, Keys. But so I am a little bit stressed, a little bit sad at my past self, but I am also hopeful. I am hopeful, and I think that ultimately, even if I don't manage to get the print on demand categorical, it'll work out. Things can work out. You know what I mean? Can we see your face? What do you mean, Joanne? This is my face. I'm confused now. Did you not? I'm confused what you mean, Joanne. Oh, okay. But thanks for letting me know. I guess that was. So next, I'm going to talk about what do I need to do. yeah, I'm just kind of making up the sections of this vlog as I go along. So what I need to do, I need to do more creatures, and yeah, wee whimsical weirdos or Bez's bizarre beasties. I don't know. Let me know. But I need to draw more of these. I need is a destructive word sometimes. I would really like it if I can draw 80 of these, get some bits together, and then Chris will scan them in and help me put them together for Rob, who will print 50 copies in time for UK Games Expo. That's what I would really like. I would also really like it if I managed to get some digital files of Couple to print out. Free copies of that. I would also really like to have a few copies of Categorical. And today I need to go to the bank to pay some money. That's what I need to do. The best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Ah, exactly. I like that. That's a nice thing. Keys said, I move my hands so much that you cannot see my face. Fair enough. James might have watched. I don't know everyone who watches, but certainly James did not make themselves known. So that is what I need to do. And now I'm going to talk about things I'm looking forward to. What am I looking forward to over the next week? Well, I'm looking forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, might have Ilkaluza, who's a fantastic improv person, on tonight at 8 p.m. UK time, which is in about 7 hours, 20 minutes from now. So that's 3 p.m. New York, or other places you'll have to work it out yourself. I do apologize. But it's 8 p.m. UK time. We'll be playing The Most Like a Pineapple, and we'll be arguing why we are the most like whatever noun people come up with. And it'll be myself and Ilkaluza and anyone else who's up for it. And hopefully might see a couple of you there. Talking about planting trees, the worst time to plant a tree would be in even worse would be in 31 years' time. And so, yeah, talking about streaming, I am going to be back. Like I said, I'm just going to do a quick drawing stream rather than a proper playing stream. I am planning a weekend away, so I'm having a bit of an extended weekend from Thursday until Monday. I'm planning to be away. It doesn't really matter where we are. I'm just going away with a few other people to have some time away from London. Because what happened is basically there's a music festival that got cancelled. A bunch of people had tickets, and there's a few friends. I wasn't going to this music festival, but they said, hey, instead of going to that place, let's have a long weekend together. And so we're going to all go off to, it's not a cabin in the woods, it's more of a mansion in a field. And I'm really looking forward to this. And it might be that I have to do some wee whimsical weirdos while I'm there, but I'm hoping to at least have the letter shapes done today. That would be really nice. And so that's a thing that I'm looking forward to very much. Also, even though it is stressing me out, I am sort of, oh my gosh, Dutch, I just realized I'm so sorry you don't talk as much as everyone else. I forgot you when I was shouting out everyone. I'm so sorry. But it's not a haunted mansion. Nope, it's not a Playboy mansion. And but it's a lovely time, and also I am looking forward to UK Games Expo, even though it is stressing me out. It is making me a little bit anxious, both because I've got so much work to do for it, and also because it's going to be my first time at a convention. And in this day and age with a pandemic going on, I don't know how that's going to go, but fingers crossed it will go well. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And Keys, yes, I tidied up enough to be able to do stuff. I now have cleared everything, and I even polished the wood. That's how much I did. So I'm going to stop today. Even though I am streaming still 3 times today, I am going to use those as little breaks. I'm not going to stream for very long, and I might have breakfast at some point soonish, but I think I'm going to go out to the bank first while it's stopping. And thank you very much. I appreciate the kind of checking in on me. Joanne, thank you very much for being here. Looking forward to doing more learning. Are you going to be doing stuff on Ableton? And this is where I am going to, where's my wee banners? Turn it around, and I'm going to say, it's over to what are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. So what are you up to? If you've not said anything, feel free at this point to, if you want to chat more for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, we can chat about you. If you have anything that you share, anything you want to get off your chest, anything that you're looking forward to, anything that you feel happy about, I've honestly, all the games that I've been playing, I don't say this explicitly, but all the games that I've been playing are highlights. Oh, one other thing that I forgot, is small minor highlights. I've started getting up a little bit earlier again. My sleep has slightly improved. I got out a couple of times, went to the park, into the public gym, putting on my gloves because, pandemic and doing that stuff. But yeah, what's everyone else up to? So Joanne is doing Ableton and generally learning how to sing with beats per minute. Cool. Jess is lazing around. Next week, Jess is getting a personal trainer. Apparently in Bangkok, people are generally locked down. Oh, that's lovely to hear. Your stints are amazing. Dutch Yoda is working, and checking the Kickstarter. Are you a moderator, Dutch Yoda? Because if you are, please feel free to link to your own Kickstarter right now. That's totally fair. I give you permission. And I appreciate you not coming in and, doing it. But, yeah, share your thing. And that is Dutch Yoda's print and play game. And actually, no, I do not want to restart my computer right now. Thank you very much. That is not what I would like. And so yeah, check out that party planner, which is a relatively simple but fairly involved game of planning ahead, writing out ingredients for parties, and flipping and filling. Yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, Keys did their first stream in 6 months yesterday. Oh, I didn't realize. Congratulations. I'm sorry that I'm missing a lot of video stuff, but this is fantastic. It's really nice to hear that you're doing well, and so much love. I'm going to project all the good spirits out to you. I hope that everyone here is having just a really good start to the week. I hope that you are having, just generally enjoying life. I hope that you're finding things to be grateful for. I hope you're finding things to be happy for in your own life. I hope that you're, even sometimes finding things to fill you with awe, because, just being awestruck is a really nice thing, and lots of love to you. Dutch Yoda is playtesting the first 3 maps this weekend. That sounds fab. And Kingmaker music makes me feel special, says Joanne. If I ever wondered that, I I know now, even if I never get any better for a long time, so much love. And it's so good to see, you know, because I've said this before, I hope you don't mind me repeating myself. We may be just dust. Ultimately, we are but a speck. But the dust we touch, the fellow specks around us, are ultimately what make life worth living. The connections, the relations, the magical conversations, all these things between us. Oh, so love, and lots of love to you too, Jess. Thank you for all the love hearts. Yeah, that's basically it. I want to say thank you to everyone. Of course, if you don't know, you can follow me on Stuff by Bez basically everywhere, on twitter.com/stuffbybez. Just search for it wherever. If you want to know about my future streams, I am currently streaming on Tuesdays only. While I'm at UK Games Expo, I might do like a quick video and then record it and put it up on YouTube. So like a kind of, hey, here's what UK Games Expo was like, just to give, but that won't be a live thing. I decided that I like the idea of doing a live thing, but I mean, I might do a live thing in the evening, depending on how I feel, but I'm definitely not restarting the morning shows until August. Share, spread the word. And this is, yeah, you knew it was coming. This is the end of the show. And so, lots of love. Can I send this video to people later on? Well, absolutely, 100%. So if you go to youtube.com/stuffbybez, then you will find it there. And I love all these comments. Love you too, Jess. Glad it was fun. I hope that I'm able to be stimulating or informative, or what's the word I'm looking for, like motivational. But yeah, lots of love to you, Joanne. Lovely to see you, Alex. Yeah, Alex gets, Alex gets recognition. And speaking of which, yes, Alex should get a little bits of paper, same as Xate, for Invisible. Oh, one last thing that I will say before I go is that Alex and Xate, let's see, Alex Cannon, board game designer. Hope you don't mind, Alex. If you go on to Board Game Geek now, there is a little picture of Alex. So Alex is now on Board Game Geek, and same as Xate. So if you go to Linked Games, you can see that Bidabel and Invisible are now on Board Game Geek as official things. And yeah, there needed to be some more pictures up here, but Xate is also on Board Game Geek now. And yeah. But yeah, lots of love. And so, oh wait, I just realized I never actually showed you. I was just clicking through. That's Xate's over there. That's Bidabel, which Xate and Alex made together, and now it's on the website. And this is Alex's page. So Alex Cannon is officially a board game designer. And yes, Alex, if you want, I would suggest that you do go to the edit page, and on the bottom where it says notes to admin, say, I am Alex and I would like to be linked to this account, something like that. But congratulations! And woohoo, exactly. It's like a milestone. And so, yes, congratulations. We can do streams together just by opening up tabs. You know, we totally could. Like, if Joanne was streaming and Joanne gave me permission, like, I could have Joanne stream and then I could harmonize with Joanne. I could do all sorts of things. But yeah. Anyway, lots of love, and I am excited for the future. I am excited to see what happens. And yeah, before UK Games Expo, I also, oh my gosh, so much things that have not. I should have a regular thing for the design contest. Oh my gosh. Please, if you are here, let me put in links. If you're watching on Twitch, then that should tell you about the typography contest. And so I do apologize for this thing, and that is so sweet. Jess says, I miss your house. It's cozy and it's got the beds inside it. That is such a sweet thing. So let me actually add a new section. Where is oh, these banners are confusing me. Let me LDEC contests. This is what I'm going to call this section. And yep, there we go. So before I go, I want to say, please go to the design contest. If you have any interest in designing board games, then please design something. And even if it's not very good, I will play it. I will give you feedback, and you might win a cash prize and a bunch of games and mentorship, which I've been told is useful. Also, if you go to stuffbybez.com/art contest, then it will redirect you to the typography contest, where you need to draw 7 letters, T, H, E, L, D, C, and K. And however you draw those letters is fine. Up to 5 entries per year. So the idea is to have an interesting typeface. Maybe you draw the letters, really boldly, or maybe you draw them, inspired by traditional typefaces or Helvetica. Maybe you're inspired by lipstick on mirrors. Maybe just scroll it. Maybe do like some block letters. I don't know what you want to do. But again, the top person gets £100 cash, a package of games and mentorship, and everyone gets feedback. And it's just a way to encourage people. And so, yeah, that is those contests. And so now I am properly finishing up. I'm glad that you like it. And so, yep. And yep, cash and everything. Lots of love. Let me get rid of that. Before you go to bed, Jess, I am going to sing the final song, which is, of course, oh, I hate doing this. And nice prize, I assume Dutch Yoda means, but I suck, or Nederlander Yoda, I should say, but I suck at designing word games or playing them. Yoda, you know that the LDEC also has numbers and borders, but also enter the typography contest. Final thing I want to do is to firstly say, let me look and see who I'm going to raid. I am going, because there are, how many people are there? There's like 8 people. Let's go and check out Erin Shea live, who is super energetic, and they are trying to make partner. Let's go and check them out. Copy paste the raid message if you want. Sorry, Joanne, you just so I'm just going to go with this one, but next time, please, yeah, let me know if you want when I'm finishing up. But lots of love for now. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go through goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, Jess. Bye, bye, Joanne. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye, bye, Keys, who gives us a lovely joke. Bye, bye, Alex. Thank you for the lovely words, everyone. Bye, bye. And bye, bye, Yoda. Lots of love. Bye, 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 bye. Have a wonderful day. Bye, bye, bye.